Hello everyone, this is Karen and thank you for joining me for this too long didn't read version of my Glycerin Experiment video. If you're interested in the longer full-time part, you can go up here or down in the description below. I will leave links, but if you want the short version, here it is. So basically, when I bought my Royal and Langnickel set and made my review, I noticed that they were very dry, and a lot of people suggested either glycerin or honey, but mostly glycerin. So since I don't like honey to eat and it would only go to waste, I purchased this nice bottle of glycerin, which can also be used for soaps, so I will not waste it. And I added some drops of glycerin to a pan and then squeezed out some paint, mixed, and then two results came out. Here they are, 1 and 2. Okay, so I will leave you to guess which one has the glycerin and which one has not. Yeah, this one is the no glycerin and this one is the one with the glycerin. So the experiment was basically to look at the two pans, how they would develop, and then swatch them at 4 different times. So basically, just after pouring the paint, they were pretty much identical, not much difference. This one dried very quickly and has developed all those little cracks, while the glycerin one, it has started to shrink a little bit, but it's mostly kind of waxy. It has a waxy texture, but it is still wet, because when I touch this pan I usually dirt my hands, so I can safely say that it stayed wet, or more wet. Okay, so let me bring this closer, because yeah, I have a camera that zooms, but I'm fine with it. Okay, so I made swatches at 0 time, 24 hours, so 1 day, 2 days, and then 2 weeks later. There is a kind of a different feel. This one is more kind of waxy, and this one is more chalky. This one is without glycerin, and this one is with glycerin. But all in all, there's not much difference between the two. They do both reactivate it well, and yeah, not much to say here. The difference starts when the tube pan starts to dry. You can see that compared to the glycerin version, the tube swatches are much well, not that much, but it's noticeably lighter, so the pigment load on the brush is less than the one I get with glycerin. Especially here, I did insist a little bit, because the first try on this one was very weak, so I wanted to insist a little bit more, and I insisted here, and this is the difference. So they're both much different from the just squeezed out tube. So if you have a paint that dries quickly, maybe if you use it directly from the tube, just freshly poured, it's definitely better. But if you're looking to make a travel set of some sorts, then you are probably going to want to add a little bit of glycerin if your set is a dry one. It's one that dries very quickly, because I have my more high-end watercolors like my Daniel Smith, my Magellas, and they do stay wet. Well, not wet, but the texture is different, they don't crack, and they stay more moist for longer. Plus the pigment load is insane. They're very pigmented, so I'm not really worried about them not reactivating well, because they reactivate perfectly. But this one, with these cheaper ones, maybe if you use glycerin, you're going to have an easier life and better results. So yeah, this is definitely a great discovery. Yes, glycerin is a magical unicorn tears, so you all were right. I admit that it's better with glycerin than without. So, oops. there we go. This is the too long didn't read version. I hope I didn't make it too long, because I know I can ramble a little bit, but this was a long experiment, so it deserved a little bit more time. So here we are, this is the end. Thank you for being with me, and let me know if you ever experiment with glycerin, what are your thoughts and what are your results. Thank you for being with me. Until next time!